But if you're a Somali alien head ass nigga or one of them type East Africans, and you're like, you kind of hate yourself, so you hate like, oh, I don't like the West African people, then just don't say this then.
Disclaimer. This video is made for entertainment purpose only, it doesn't mean to hurt anyone, and don't take it seriously.
Tier list, we have You Have the Pass. We have It Is Basically Yours. We have Probably Can Get Away With It 70% of the time. And we have Can Have It on Rare Cases. And we have Don't Say This, which equals fries, bro. Like, if you get put here, then you shouldn't be saying this really at all. Now, I was going to leave the disclaimer at the end of the video and basically say, but in no way, shape, or form am I telling any of you guys to just go around saying the N-word unless you're black, bro. So don't come telling me that, oh, Osama bin Adolf said that I can say the N-word, and don't say that. Don't come to me, because all of this is AI, right? This video is AI generated. I didn't say none of this, all right? And I'm not even black. Let's get into the video, my niggas. Of them, I'm not gonna waste too much time explaining every single last one of them, because if that was the case, this video is gonna be like an hour, 30 minutes. I'm not gonna make this video an hour, 30 minutes. Some of these I might just brush past pretty fast. With the first one, we have Blasian. I mean, it's pretty easy. You have the pass. If you're Blasian, you have the pass. Like, I don't think there's anything else really to say. Okay, Pacific Islanders. Okay, now I know majority of people in the United States probably don't even know what the hell a Polynesian person is, honestly. A Samoan, a Tongan, they probably don't know what the hell that even is. Like, I remember we're playing, a team in Florida. A whole bunch of Samoans and Tongans is right there. And I remember one of the players saying, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the hell is you? And it was just the funniest shit ever, because to some people they remind them of black people in a way, but it's because a lot of, if anybody knows, especially on the West Coast, that black people and Pacific Islanders like Samoans and Tongans, they were like integrated with each other. They were in the same neighborhoods and all of that. So I know a lot of you guys might be surprised by where I put this, but Pacific Islanders shouldn't they have to pass, bro? I know a lot of you guys gonna be in the comments like, what? And be like, what the hell is a Pacific Islander? Or what do you mean they have to pass? Trust me. Next up, we have Southeast Asian. Now, this is a tricky one, right? Because I was gonna put it on Can Have It on Rare Cases, but Southeast Asian, I say the ones like Cambodians, Filipinos, right? I would say probably can get away with it 70% of the time, especially if they're like in Washington, Oregon, Nevada, California, maybe even like New York. Pretty sure they could get away with it like 70% of the time, maybe 60% of the time.
And I'm finna say the N word.
If you're Southeast Asian, you're like Cambodian or something like that, and you're full, and when you're saying the N word, and you go around that black person that's like, hey man, don't say the N word around me, be like, bro, I'm Blasian, bro. Like, I'm Blasian.
I'm 5% black. It's good.
I can say it, because let's be real. Some Cambodians, Filipinos, they can pass as Blasian, or someone can pass as looking, quote unquote, looking like a black person, right? So if anyone is questioning you and you're like, hey man, the spot is getting a little hot right now, I need to say something that's gonna keep these people off me, right? Just say, yo, bro, I'm Blasian, bro. Next up on the list, we have North African. Now, this is also a tricky one, because I be seeing North Africans saying they're Arabs and all this other shit. And now I do know some you can be both, right? If you take a ancestry test, you're probably gonna have Western Asian, North African, and some amounts of sub-Saharan ancestry, right? So I'm going to say North Africans, and it really just depends on what you look like, right? Because obviously some North Africans, they all do not look the same, right? I know someone that's North African that could just pass as a black and white mixed looking guy. Those are the ones that probably can have the pass, but I would say North Africans in general, for the most part, as long as you aren't on the racist type timing like some of them might be, I would say it's basically yours. Doesn't mean 100% you have it, but it is basically yours. See, you have the pass means you 100% like there's no denying it. It is basically yours. It's like yeah, it's basically yours. Like 90%. So yeah, North Africans, it is basically yours. Here we go. Next up, we have Avocados from Mexico. Now, Mexican, this is also one of the tricky ones because a lot of people might just say, oh, they have the pass. No, not necessarily. I will say Mexicans, for the most part, yeah, obviously they say it and you might say they have the pass, but they can also still be around certain black people that might not give them that pass. So I'm going to give you some example. Okay, here we go. Example one that can't say it. This is all AI, by the way. What, nigga? What did you say, nigga? Don't say this if you're one of those, okay? And you guys know a bunch of these type Mexicans that sound just like this when they say it. What, nigga? What's up, nigga? Holy shit. Some of them say it more than black people. And yeah, if you say it like that, don't say this shit. But I'm going to give Mexican, I would say you probably could get away with it like 70% of the time. I'm not going to say it's basically yours, but I would say definitely could say about 70% of the time because, we're just going to say at least United States in general. On the West Coast and parts of, the East Coast like New York, and if you're happen to be Mexican in Florida, you probably could get away with it for the most part. But especially on the West Coast, even though I know a lot of Mexicans that just say, yo, I'm not even going to say that shit. Like, what's the point of me saying it? You don't have to say it, honestly. Like, I be seeing a lot of people arguing about, "Oh, I could say it, I could do whatever." It's like, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, but at the same time, like, I don't know why people be trying to die on the hill of saying the N word. I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure if I can hold myself from saying cuss words, even as a 13-year-old turning 85 next summer to my parents, then I definitely could refrain from saying that goddamn N word. Tons of Mexicans call each other the N word and all of that. So, yeah, I would definitely keep it at 70% of the time. Probably goes up a little bit more if you're on the West Coast, but anywhere else you can't just really. I mean, probably in Texas too. Just in the South somewhere you happen to be Mexican, I don't think it's a wise idea to just go around and like, people to be cool with you saying the N word. All right. Avocados from Mexico. Next up, we have Brazilian. Ooh, this is another. It's like a lot of these is kind of tricky. I thought this was gonna be pretty easy, but Brazilian. For the most part, I would definitely say it's basically yours, depending on what kind of Brazilian you are. Now we know if you're one of the ones that descend from straight up, the Portuguese people that didn't really mix too much over these, the years. Then you probably would go down to you can have it on rare cases, but for the most part, your average Brazilian walking around, come on, they're like I be seeing Brazilians take ancestry tests. Like I know a guy that was Brazilian, but for some reason, like genes could be a little strange sometimes. A lot of people get this confused also. He was pretty fair skinned and had like straight hair and stuff, but he took a test and he was like 50 something percent sub-Saharan African. Nobody would have ever thought that. He almost looks like a quote unquote white Brazilian. But he took a test and he realized, oh shit, the genes just I don't know what happened with the genes. And he doesn't look really too much like he has African ancestry, but he actually does. Anderson Silva, if you guys know who that is, I mean, he looks like a regular black guy. I mean, obviously he speaks Portuguese and all of that, but no one's gonna tell him if he was somehow spoke English well, really really well, and was going around basically using the N word. No one's gonna say, "Yo, bro, you're not black." No one's gonna say that. So I'm gonna keep it at like it's basically yours. I was gonna say you have the past, like it depends, right? Even Like you guys know probably the streamer. I be seeing little clips of the guy. He's from Brazil, Tota or something like that.
My father is nigga, bro. No, my father is no nigga. My father is Afro-Latin.
Hã?
Afro-Latino.
Oh,
My mother is Afro-Latino. Bro, I'm black, bro, in Brazil, bro. I'm nigga in
Eu
Brazil.
sei, tipo, os caras chamam de vocês de negão.
Yeah, I'm black in American, bro.
The past, like the people in his, favela, in the favelas, like 90% of them, probably more than that, definitely have the past. But just because you have the elder Brazilian people that might come off more, a little more white, and all of this, right? We're gonna put it at it's basically yours, but high is basically yours. Like definitely well in front of North African, current day, right? Up, we have African American. I mean, was this some kind of trick question? It seems like it, right? African American, because Elon Musk is classified as an African American. So if that was the case, like the Elon African Americans, right? Don't say this, but I'm pretty sure we know what this term usually means. And come on, you have to pass. Black Americans, African Americans, all of that, you have to pass, bro. Not the Elon Musk type African Americans. You're gonna go down to don't say this, buddy. Sorry to tell you, or maybe can have it on rare cases, but if not, come on, this black people, black Americans, African Americans. Do I even really have to say more, my niggas? I mean, they have to pass. Come on. Next up, we have East African. Now, this is another tricky one because you have cases where we all know the Somalis get racist for some reason, and I'm like, I be looking at some of the Somali alien head ass niggas like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, where are you not black at? If I seen and say I was just walking and I seen a alien head Somali ass nigga, I'm gonna be like, bro, you're black. Like nobody cares that you have a oh bro, my hair is 2C, my hair is 3A. Bro, you're not the only type of people that can have that type of hair, bro. Like, don't worry about that. But East African, I'm gonna say you have the pass. I mean, come on. But if you're a Somali alien head ass nigga or one of them type East Africans and you're like you kind of hate yourself, so you hate like, oh, I don't like the West African people, then just don't say this then, right? But for the most part, come on, you have to pass. You can definitely say it. I know I'll be seeing videos of them East Africans in Minnesota, right? They be talking crazy and they use the N word, and nobody ever says nothing to them. We mix with the Arabs and the Western Asians back in 1500 BC. It's like, cool, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Everybody will see you as black. Light skin. What the hell does this even mean? What the hell is this? Light skin. What does this mean? Like, do they mean like a light skin black? Like, what? I'm just gonna keep it at like, yes, you have to pass. I don't even know why it's even here. Light skin. What the hell does that even mean? What the hell? Next up, we have American white. So white Americans. People might not agree with me on this, but I would say can have it on rare cases. We all know tons of white people that was raised in certain neighborhoods that people give the pass to. Now, if you want to, if you want to fast track on ruining your life or losing your job, yeah, be a white American and use the N word, bro, and you will see something special on you and fail. But if not, and you're like a regular white American, maybe was raised, maybe your friends allow it, then that's why I said you can have it on rare cases. But I don't think you should be a white American just going around calling everybody the N word. I wouldn't say you should do that. I don't, I'm not telling you not to say and do whatever, right? You could do whatever at the end of the day. Anyone on this list can do and say whatever. But there might be consequences with some black people, right? Some black people might punch you in the goddamn mouth. So if you want to get punched in the goddamn mouth for saying the word, you might be, it's just a word. If you'd rather say the word to get punched in your mouth or get put in the hospital, then, be my guest. But I would advise you not to do it, and I would say, yeah, on average, you can have it on rare cases for sure. I wouldn't say necessarily don't say this, even though at the same time probably don't say this, but I would definitely say you can have it on rare cases. Next up, we have Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. So we put them together. I'm going to say, I was going to say can get away with it 70% of the time, but depending on what they look like, I'm going to say it's basically yours. Because let's be real, some of them you wouldn't even know that they're not black until they start speaking. Well, let me not say that, okay? Because at the end of the day, in the world, they're still black. Just because you speak Spanish doesn't stop you from being black, right? Now, a lot of them still are mixed. I mean, Black Americans and African Americans are mixed. Also, technically, it's basically yours. I'm not gonna say you 100% have the pass because you have the other ones that might not be, the most mixed. You also have some ones that's more white, just like a lot of Puerto Ricans that do classify themselves as white, even if they're mixed. They some of them once, kind of got a little self hate going on, and they want to feel like they have to identify with being white. Instead of just two or more races a lot of times. Not saying all of you guys don't be Puerto Rican in the comments like, I never do that. I put two or more races, or I just put black. Then obviously I'm not talking about you, but you guys know the ones that I'm talking about.
Sorry, guys, but some of you guys be like, I know black, I know black, I know black. Imposible, I know black. I'm Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, I know black. Be looking just like me. Be having the same hair. I be touching you like, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same, papi. It's not the same. They try to salsa that shit off.
Next up, we have Asian. So white and Asian? I'm going to say, it depends. Like if you're white and you're mixed with Southeast Asian, so you're white and Filipino or white and, you could just say, oh, bro, I'm black, white, and Asian. Who's going to tell you no? You could say, I'm triracial, if you're white and Southeast Asian. But if you're like white and Korean or white and Chinese, people's definitely going to know it can't pass as being triracial. Or I'm going to put it at can have it on rare cases. I know a Asian that people basically give the pass to, even though obviously he's like a perfect blend in between. Pause. No Diddy, no homo. That sounded gay. He's a perfect blend. Hey yo, but you guys get what I'm saying. He's like a 50-50 mixture. Like, sometimes you can see a Asian person and be like, dang, they look way, way, way more white, quote unquote. No, this guy's like a perfect blend. And I just said that gay shit again. Korean. Now, this is all, like I said, most of these is going to depend where you live. Now, if you're in California and you were raised in certain areas, maybe, or Washington, you probably can have it on rare cases. But yeah, I'm going to put can have it on rare cases. I'm not going to say don't say this at all. Even though a lot of people probably will say put Asians that don't say this at all for most part. But then at that point, you could put everybody at don't say this unless you're black, right? But we gotta make spice up the video a little bit, right? We gotta be realistic here. Scandinavian. I don't really have to say much. Don't say this shit. I don't even know why you even want to say this. Majority of Scandinavians and people that live in these countries barely even see a black person. Eastern Europeans. I don't know why you would want to say that. Say the N word. Honestly, neither, unless you're like an Eastern European that moved to the United States or something like that. But for the most part, if you're straight from Russia, straight from Ukraine, straight from one of those places, all the other Eastern European places, then I would say you just don't say this because it's going to sound weird anyway. Colombian. This is another tricky, good one. Because a lot of Colombians, they do usually have a little bit more African ancestry a lot of times, like on average. I'm gonna say can get away with it 70% of the time. I'm not gonna say you're up there with like the Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, but depending on what you look like as a Colombian, you're either gonna go can get away with it 70% of the time, or it's basically yours. It just depends what you look like, and you know what I mean by what you look like. Liberian, don't say this. Balkan, oh man, this this reason right here, and I'm sorry you're from the Balkans, but I don't know. For some reason, the people that I see that be racist and stuff, right, in the comments, they just be saying anything, right? A lot of times to anybody that's not like from the Balkans. Like, I don't know. They're like stuck in this like 1800 American slave days with their like slurs and insults. But yeah, don't say this. Chinese. Like I said, it just depends where you're at. Maybe if you're in New York, in certain places, if you were raised a certain way, you probably can get it on or can have it on rare cases. So, yeah, I'm going to put this as another one of those ones that can have it on rare cases. Vietnamese, definitely one of those ones that can have it on rare cases. It just really depends where you're from and who you are. And some black people might give you the pass, some might not, which is why I said you can have it on rare cases a lot of times. Arab, another good one, or just raised in the United States and you don't have like a super thick accent or anything like that. I would say you probably get away with it 70% of the time. I be a lot of the Arabs in like New York and stuff definitely say the N word. A black person might just look at you like, "What the hell did you say?" But it's not gonna be like a reaction of, if say you're in the South and you're a white American, you just go to a random black person and say, "Oh, what's up, man?" You're probably gonna get a totally different reaction if you're a white American saying it over an Arab, even though you still might get a, "Yo, hold on, man, I don't think you should be saying that," but it's not gonna be the same reaction, if you get what I mean. British, don't say this. I seen a white Brit, even I'm sorry, even the black Brits, right? So you guys sound like pretty strange saying the N word. I was seeing one video, and he was like from like Nigeria or something like that, but he moved to the United Kingdom when he was young, and he was like, "Yo, what's up, my nigga? What the what? If it doesn't roll off right, don't say it. Like, if you're a black Brit and you sound like, 'Yo, what's up, my nigga?' Please do not say this because it just sounds cringy, right? It has to roll off right. For any of these that's not and is basically yours or you have to pass. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say it rolls off right. Japanese, another one you can probably have it on rare cases. It's not so much don't say this. I would say you can have it on rare cases. Jewish, I don't know. I'm gonna make some of you guys mad here, but what do we mean by Jewish? Because a lot of Jewish people look like regular white Americans, and before you say it's the nose, the nose, the nose, I've seen some white Americans without any Jewish ancestry that were like Ashkenazi Jew type ancestry with big ass hunkers. So let's not say that, okay? But for the most part, you're Jewish. Don't say this. Central American. Okay, so Central American is like Honduran, right? Yeah, I see. I know I'm very good at geography. Yeah, like Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Nicaragua, and Panama. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can get away with it like 70% of the time. Now it depends, right? If you're like Costa Rican, and some Costa Ricans, if you guys know who the YouTuber Destroying is, then obviously he's gonna have to pass. But I would say like just in general, Central Americans, I'm gonna put it at like can get away with it like 70% of the time because majority of the type of Central Americans you might come across in the United States, they're probably gonna be like Honduran or like El Salvadorian or something like that for the most part, or Guatemalan, so I would definitely put it at like 70% of the time. Turkish, I don't even know why the hell you would even want to say the N-word if you're from Turkey or some shit. But if you're in the United States, born and raised, then I guess at the end of the day, you probably can have it on rare cases. But I'm gonna have to put for this video Turkish. Do not say this. Let's see. Any changes I want to make on this list? I know people's probably gonna be so confused, like Thai at don't say this, but not the other Asian ones. I mean, yeah, I guess I could put Thai up here with you could have it on rare cases and leave Scandinavian, Eastern European, Liberian, Balkans, British, Jewish, Turkish. Don't say this. I mean, yeah, I mean, we could keep it like this. Southeast Asian, Central American, then Mexican. Yeah, that sounds about right. What do we have? It's basically yours. We have North African, then Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, and then Brazilians. Yeah, ranked. That sounds about right. You have the past. Let's fix this list. Let's do this. Let's do that. Ooh, people's gonna be mad at me, but Pacific Islanders have more of an inward pass than East Africans. How do we tell you, brother? No, I'm just playing, but let's see. I mean, they're all pretty high on this list. I mean, you have to pass, like, you don't have to more to pass because you're like you have less of a pass because you're light skinned. Like that'd be the dumbest shit, bro. When I see people doing that, it's so stupid. Yeah, this seems about right, man. You guys, honestly, looking at this list, what do you guys think about the list? African American, Blasian, East African, Pacific Islanders, light skin, whatever the hell that means. And you have the pass. It is basically yours. We have Brazilian, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, North Africans. Probably can get away with it 70% of the time. We have Mexican, Central American, Southeast Asian, Colombian, Arab. And you can have it on rare cases. We have American white, or I don't even know why it's even American white. White is easily white American. Asian, Thai, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and Vietnamese. Don't say this. We have Scandinavian, Eastern European, Liberian, Balkan, British, and this also goes for a lot of Black Brits too. That say Nickel, and we have Jewish and Turkish. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, this video wasn't entirely too long, but remember, if you want an idea of who really has the inward pass and who could probably get away with it a high amount, a pretty good percentage of times, look at this list. If you're looking for the list of who can have it on rare cases, look at this list also. If you want to know who can't say this at all, I don't care. You don't get this on rare cases or anything. Look at this list. If you want, it's basically yours. You see it. Brazilians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and North Africans. You have the pass. Black Americans / African Americans. Blasians, East Africans, and Pacific Islanders, and light skin, and you guys know how, whatever the hell that means. That being said, thank you guys for watching. Remember, like I said, also, this is just all AI. This is even me actually talking. This is a script that I told AI to sound like. So don't get butthurt at me for making this video. But comment down below what you guys think of my tier list on who have the N-word pass or who can say the N-word, and type who you guys think in the comments down below. I know I'm going to get that one edgy white person in the comments like, oh, we made it N-word. Who laughed, bro? Who laughed? No one. But yeah, like I said, if you guys like more tier list kind of videos, let me know in the comments what tier list kind of video you want me to do next. You see, we switched it up. I've never seen someone make a who can say the N-word tier list. So I said, you know what? Why not me be the one to make the video, because I am in control of the N-word passes, right? We only dish a certain amount throughout the entire year. So if you're not in the you have to pass or it's basically yours, then just know you have to come to me if you want the N-word pass, bro. Like, if you didn't come to me and you catch somebody out there using the N-word, hey, let them know. You have to go to Osama bin Adolf. And if you don't, there's going to be repercussions for you, brother. You're going to see something special on you and feel, my nigga. But yo, with that being said, that's the end of the video. Stay sexy, my niggas. It is your boy Osama bin Adolf signing out. Peace.